Hello friends of Oak Hills, this is Pastor Dale with our weekly video Touchpoint. Today is Thursday, May 11th, 2023. For our Points to Ponder article, today I bring us back to our series on Paul Miller's book, A Praying Church. This is part 9. In this series of articles, I seek to unpack the teaching of Paul Miller's new book, A Praying Church, and apply the principles to our church. As we grow in our prayer habits, may we become people of hope in a discouraging world. Part 4 of the 5 parts of Miller's book is titled, The Art of Praying Together. In this section, he provides direction for how individual members of the church can help their church become a praying community. He opens with the question, how do you even start to help your church value praying together? His answer, of course, is very simple. By praying. Miller explains, all great movements of the kingdom begin slow and slow with hidden prayers who keep showing up to pray, who pray when they don't feel like it, who pray when there is no change, who pray when they are discouraged. They are continual in prayer, and then they slowly attract other prayers to join them. He presents Anna from Luke chapter 2 as an example of a hidden prayer. She was 84 years old when Mary and Joseph brought Jesus to the temple. Luke 2:37 describes her devotion to prayer. It says, she did not depart from the temple, worshiping with fasting and prayer night and day. Miller contends that God has designed the church and the work of the church to be mostly hidden. He says the most important people in the church, the Annas, are often invisible. It's his way, end quote. In our celebrity culture, where everyone can be a star through social media, there is not much desire to be hidden or do the hidden work of prayer. In contrast with the hiddenness of prayer is becoming critical of your church. Miller explains that hidden prayers do not respond to the church's weakness with a spirit of criticism. When we become our church's critics, we are no longer hidden saints, but we've joined the growing ranks of prickly saints, end quote. There is no perfect church. We can either help our churches by being hidden prayers, or we can hinder the church by being vocal critics. Miller claims that a critical spirit is rooted in unbelief. Prayer diminishes and critique grows when we do not trust in the Lord to work for our good in and through his church. Miller says, quote, when faith is weak, you are gripped by some combination of cynicism or lethargy, the kissing cousins of unbelief, end quote. In addition to praying and being a hidden prayer, we can help our church value prayer by prioritizing prayer times or prayer meetings. As members of the church prioritize praying together, they not only become a praying community, but they also grow into a loving, serving community. This is what God desires for his church. Citing examples from the early church in the book of Acts and the Apostle Paul's letters, Miller demonstrates that prayer was a priority for the church. They devoted themselves to the prayers. Such devotion doesn't develop, quote, while multitasking. You must have regular times of undivided attentiveness. He goes on, Miller writes, quote, it takes a chunk of their time where prayer functions like a load-bearing wall, end quote. If no one prioritizes praying together, the church will not become a praying community. Praying together is essential, though, for the church to function as a true biblical community. How do we love one another, bear one another's burdens, rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep if we do not pray together? Miller clarifies, praying together opens the door to love, where one person's burdens become everyone's burdens. We can all help our church become a praying church. Let's first commit to being hidden prayers. And then let's prioritize praying together. Whether it is our monthly prayer gathering, praying before church with others, praying at life group, or praying in a Bible study. As we pray together and for one another, we will grow more and more into the loving community God desires for us. I have a few highlights to draw your attention to this week in the life of Oak Hills. Once again, I remind you that our missionary of the month is Kirby Ingalls. Kirby and Mary Ingalls are members of our church, Oak Hills, and Kirby serves with Fathers in the Field as a regional representative, as a liaison with churches in this region to introduce these churches to the ministry of Fathers in the Field. Fathers in the Field seeks to provide members of the church to care for and minister to children who are growing up in fatherless homes. We love the ministry of what Kirby's doing and Fathers in the Field, and we are ourselves, Oak Hills, beginning to build from the ground up our participation in this ministry. We're looking forward to launching this in the near future by the fall, Lord willing. I want to highlight that there are only 2 weeks left of Sunday school before we take our summer break. And I would encourage you, if you haven't come, you're still welcome to come, or if you have been coming, continue to come. 2 more weeks for Sunday school, May 14th and 21st. That means we have 2 more weeks in our technology and my soul class that Susanna Stagmeyer and myself have been teaching. We'd love for you to join us as we continue to think about our use of technology and how we are shepherding our souls in our worship and love for the Lord. Third, Joyplosion is coming very soon, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's a 3-night program, our vacation Bible school that we hold every summer. And we invite our neighbors in our neighborhood. We're encouraging you and the children of our church to participate. We would ask you to be inviting friends, neighbors, co-workers to be a part of this. It is a very special, action-packed 3 evenings for our children, ages 4 years old up through kids who are finishing 5th grade this spring. All are welcome to participate. It's a great time for everyone. Registration is open online, oakhillspca.com. You can just share that website, let people find the link and learn more about Joyplosion. Next, I want to just highlight that the women have a special gathering next Thursday evening, May 18th, 7:30 to 9 p.m. at Eleanor Call's home. This is the celebration of a 2-year Bible study as the women have worked through every book of the Bible over the last 2 years, and all the women who have been involved and been participating are welcome together to have an end of the study celebration together as they prepare for the summer. I would encourage our women to mark that on their calendar, be a part of that next Thursday evening. And the last thing I just want to highlight, with summer approaching, our summer picnics also are approaching. Our summer picnics are an excellent time to connect and build friendships and relationships with others in the church. We'd love for you to join us. We have 2 typically every summer, so we have 2 again this summer. We start the summer and end the summer with a picnic. So June 4th, Sunday, June 4th, will be our first summer picnic. We hold it at West Flanders Park, which is just a 1/4 mile north of our church building, and it's right after the worship service. So plan to be a part of that on June 4th. Come on out, enjoy the fellowship and the time together with your church family. Well, thank you for joining me today for our Touchpoint. I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.